is Tuesday, September 27, 2016. Welcome to today's edition of the Government News Brief. In the news, a commission is to set up to address indigenous land issues, schools' welfare officers and counselors are being placed at dormitories, and the Central Housing and Planning Authority embarks on a countrywide consultation on the national housing policy. Stay tuned for the details. Thank you for staying with us. I am Azim Khan. Schools' welfare officers and guidance and counselors are now being placed in dormitories to act as a link between home and school, as we hear in this report.
Welfare officers and guidance counselors are being rotated across secondary school dormitories. Chief Schools Welfare Officer in the Ministry of Education, Julian Vivos, says the first phase of the program is being piloted at St. Ignatius in Region 9, Bartica, Region 7, and Charity in Region 2. Vivos says that ministry is placing school welfare officers and guidance counselors for 6 weeks at these dormitories to support the students in the facilities and to help them obtain and maintain a good balance in their daily lives.
Children are coming from far distances and some of them don't really know how to adjust and how to cope, especially the grade 7 students. And in some cases they have the teenagers who would get away from the dorms and want to engage in other activities and so on. So guidance counselors and welfare officers are being placed there for 6 weeks to assist the dorm's parents to deal with those issues.
Vivos says the school welfare officer and guidance counselors are there to address issues related to identity, development, human relations, motivation, and level of satisfaction with studies. They will also help students over different crises and challenges they may face. Vivos says regional education officers and other officials have welcomed the initiative. Many Indigenous students have to leave their homes and villages and stay in dormitories to go to school. These students are away from parents and relatives who provide guidance and support to children, especially during teen and adolescent stages of growth. For the Government News Brief, I'm Tiffany Rogers.
The challenges surrounding indigenous land titling are to be addressed by a commission that is being set up specifically for that purpose. More in this report.
Minister of Indigenous Peoples Affairs Sidney Allicock says the government is soon to set up a Lands and Life Commission to look into the aspects impacting land titling in the hinterland. He said the commission would take into account the concerns of the Guyana Geology and Mines Commission and the Forestry Commission, along with the concerns of the indigenous peoples.
We're hoping within the next month or so, it's already in process. We have to have discussion. There's a draft, and this will have to be distributed for discussion. We have FPIC is a big thing that we have to respect, and a lot of consultation. It's not going to happen overnight. But the process has started.
Minister Allicock says the impact of mining would have to be addressed.
The exploitation to the lands, which unfortunately has been affecting the indigenous peoples because of the many craters that have been built, causing diseases to flourish, I got to say, in these areas. Malaria, typhoid, dengue, other things like these sexually transmitted diseases, alcoholism.
According to the minister, a proposal has been made for the 2017 national budget to cater for titling 30 more indigenous communities. The issue of land titling was the main focus at the recently concluding Two-South Conference in Georgetown. Isaiah Braffett, Government News Brief.
The Central Housing and Planning Authority is holding national consultations to determine if the age requirement for house lot applications should be changed. We have the details in this report.
Minister within the Ministry of Communities, Valerie Patterson, is spearheading countrywide consultations on whether young people should be given the opportunity and responsibility of owning a home at age 18. Through the second consultations with residents of Diamond East Bank Demerara, the minister sought the views of the residents.
We want to encourage young people to go on their own, start being responsible, think about your future. A young person should be allowed to apply for a house lot at age 18. Let me see all those who agree with me. Put your hand up for one, the camera gets you. Good. So have unanimous or majority here.
Minister Patterson used the opportunity to advise the residents of the ministry's intention to construct apartment complexes to provide affordable housing for Guyanese.
Our vision is, rather than giving someone a house lot and they can't afford to build, and I can tell you, of all the house lots that we have allocated over the years, only 55% of those people have occupied their lands. You know why the other 45 didn't occupy? Some of them can't afford to find the money to build the house. We're looking at the lowest cost possible because we are making housing affordable to the people.
The Central Housing and Planning Authority is taking the consultation on the change of the National Housing Policy age requirement to every region of Guyana. The consultations was launched in Rose Hall earlier in this month and was also held in Linden. For the Government News Brief, Tanika Thorne reporting.
The reintroduction of the regional health authorities by the Ministry of Public Health in various regions can result in more efficient healthcare service. Details in this report.
The option of reintroducing regional health authorities is being explored by the Ministry of Public Health. This will allow the health sector to better manage allotted resources for the different regions, says Dr. K. Sheku, Director of Regional Health Services in the Ministry of Public Health.
We are thinking about, I would not say introducing, but to some extent reintroducing regional health authorities because it was first established in Region 5 and Region 6. So we think that if the Ministry of Health can have more control over its financial resources, we can make a greater input in our health care.
Dr. Sheku explains that the regional health authorities will ensure that all the regional facilities within their respective regions are properly staffed. This will reduce the number of referrals to Georgetown. It will also reduce the need for medical outreaches and save money.
A very good example will be the hospital, which I would have noted yesterday. We're hoping that by the end of this year, the hospital will have the required specialists to function in terms of doing the surgeries that we can reduce on our medical, that we can reduce on our surgical outreaches, and also our medvacs that usually go to Georgetown Hospital.
The reintroduction of the regional health authorities is aimed at addressing inefficiencies in the present system, where some health programs are the responsibility of the regional democratic councils. However, the need for interagency collaboration remains important to the total healthcare delivery system. For the Government News Brief, I am Delicia Haynes.
The National Literacy Unit of the Ministry of Education is using students' love of rap music to sensitize teachers to the great possibilities existing if they use this medium as a teaching aid. A competition held today at the North Rheinfeldt Multilateral School saw 9 students drawn from regions 2, 4, 5, and 6 singing rap songs that their peers would understand. The lyrics had to include words provided by coordinators.
Aspire for your goal, education rule. Let the children flourish and don't be no fool. Dialogue every day, have it with them. With the right thing, let them experiment. Nothing come easy, so you must sacrifice. Don't get caught in a fallacy. That's a misconception resulting from an incorrect reasoning. You can't be a bluff in a society. There's no place for fools and no camouflage. Before me double in your everyday sense, extremely impressive strength and excellence. Tell me if you really want more. I see you tapping your feet while you're at the tempo. Boom!
I accentuate and inspire in everything that I do because I want to be successful coming out the multitude. You see, I go to school and I do my stuff, but boys, they act tough, but for me, I don't take buffs. I brandish and I classify all my motivation, then I turn this rap music into a conversation. I see kids running in the street turn into mutations. I'm a I want to know about the future generation. See, I'm immune to the pain of society.
I'm immune to the sickness society codes. It commemorate all the times that was really great. My mama told me the 7 B's. She said books before, but because boys bring babies.
I have an ambitious plan to someday be a king. It's a bit lofty, but I'm aspiring. When you see me in the group, I must be outstanding. Like everybody's wearing blue and I'm the only one in pink.
The secondary school Rap Fest was part of the Education Month celebrations. We have come to the end of today's edition of the Government News Brief. The details of these and other stories can be found on GINA's website. GINA has an active Facebook page and we encourage you to visit and like us. Join the GINA mailing list by subscribing to our website and YouTube channel. Do join us again tomorrow for another edition of the Government News Brief. Thank you for watching.